is Jeremy Wilson of Bakery Blessings, and I'm going to show y'all how to make some peach brew. Now check this out. We're going to use some organic cane sugar, 1 whole stick of butter, a tablespoon of vanilla extract. We're going to use about a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and we're going to use sliced peaches. Del Monte is the best. It tastes absolutely great. Okay?
In water or in syrup?
In heavy syrup. Not just syrup, but in heavy syrup.
Alright.
So, right here you got your nice bowl-sized pan. Make sure you have a handle that can get really hot, you know. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut it on about medium heat. And the first thing you want to pour in first is your peaches. And you add everything else after that. So we're going to pour our peaches in right now. Just pour them on in there. You don't have to, you know, do nothing fancy. And see, now with this, you don't have to do things in order. You can straight pour everything in at one time. You can pour one thing in, mix it with the other. It doesn't really matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the butter, going to open it up, and this is Full Farious butter. It's my favorite butter. I'm going to take a knife and we're just going to cut it in little teaspoons like this. Makes it better for it to melt down in the peach brew. Just going to take it, we're going to throw it in there like witch brew.
Not witches.
Yes, yes.
Witches can't be blessed now.
Alright. Now here, I've already measured out the cane sugar. I just wanted to let y'all know what we were using. It's 1 cup of sugar. We're going to pour it in there just like this. Get it all the way around there. Alright. And here we have our cinnamon and nutmeg. We're going to add that in there just like that. Get them both in there real good.
How much cinnamon, how much nutmeg?
Now, cinnamon and nutmeg, you're going to use about the same amount, which is about a teaspoon. You don't want to use too much because, you know, you don't want to be throwing out puff like they've been doing on YouTube with this cinnamon stuff. And with the nutmeg gives you a nice, you know, tangy, not cinnamony, but nutmeggy taste.
Nutmeggy, I like that.
So we got it on medium heat. And what you want to do right here is just
on in there.
Stir it in just a little bit, you know. Kind of fold it in there just at first, you know, to get everything around real good. Because once it starts brewing up, it's going to get real stewy. Like a big pot of stew. Like a big pot of rabbit stew like they do in the forest.
Oh, what in the
Mix
world?
it all around.
We got some very descriptive words here.
Just do a steady stir on it. It's not something you really have to watch too hard, but you want to do a steady stir on it so you can get the butter in there real good. It's like when you put butter on your rice. As soon as the butter is distributed evenly, you have that great taste. And it's the same thing with this peach brew.
Okay.
We're just going to keep stirring it like this here. And it's real good. As you can see the cinnamon and the nutmeg moving all around the peaches. It gets on the butter and it's all incorporated in to each other. And it makes a great taste. Alright.
It looks good.
See what we can do right here is...
About how long does it take to, when it's sitting on there?
It takes about 3 to 4 minutes for everything to melt in really good for it to brew up. And once it melts in, especially the butter, once it melts in real good, you want to stir it a little bit more. Then you want to get your little taster spoon and you want to taste it. Just like when you make some good Kool-Aid. You want to taste it, make sure it has that right taste that you want. You know when you make Kool-Aid and you have that taste that makes you throw the spoon right back into the sink. And that's how you make peach brew.
All right. Well, we're going to wait a few more seconds for it to stew up, and I guess we'll come back and let them see the final project.
And now we're going to add the vanilla extract.
How much?
Which is our final touch, and it's about a tablespoon, right at about a tablespoon. Just going to kind of pour it around there. And this is the organic kind, so it's a little syrupy, but it still works the same. And you want every little bit in there, so just tap the side like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stir it one more good time, because as you can see now, the butter is all melted in good. It's starting to fuzz around just like some good brew. And we're going to stir it real good. And it doesn't take much because this stuff mixes in pretty well with itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a tasting spoon and see if it gives me that upside down frown. Alright, let's try it out. See how it is.
Not that
Let's get us a spoon here.
one. Looks pretty
All
good.
right, let's see.
We're tasting.
Get my face now. Let me see.
Pan to the face.
Ooh, Lord Jesus. I wish I could taste this. It's good.
All
So
right.
that's how you make peach brew right there.
All right.
All right.